Taylor Swift just fired a lyrical shot straight at Charli XCX. What started as whispers and fan theories has officially exploded into one of the messiest pop feuds of the year. And trust me, this isn't just a throwaway lyric. This is Taylor calling someone out on a global stage, and the clues are way too specific to ignore. From secret jabs, to fan wars, to leaked lyrics that shook the internet, this feud just went from subtle shade to straight up iconic. Let's break down how we got here, and why everyone's talking. Before the diss tracks, the fan wars, and the headlines, there was a friendship. It started in 2014. Taylor Swift was in the middle of her 1989 era, the moment she fully stepped into global pop stardom. At the same time, Charli XCX was quickly rising with her breakout hit, Boom Clap, and a reputation for edgy, innovative pop. The two met backstage at Jingle Ball, and the mutual respect was immediate. Taylor had admired Charli's songwriting since hearing Stay Away in 2011, and Charli openly praised Taylor's success as a powerful woman in the industry. Fans loved it. It felt like two different corners of pop music colliding in the best way. Not long after, Taylor invited Charli to join her on stage during the 1989 World Tour, giving Charli a massive spotlight. By 2018, she was officially opening for Taylor on the Reputation Stadium tour, a huge career milestone and a clear sign of Taylor's trust. Their friendship looked effortless. Shared stages, shared fans, and glowing praise in interviews. But in 2019, a single quote changed everything. In an interview, Charli said performing on the tour sometimes felt like waving to 5-year-olds. She meant it as commentary on the younger audience, not as a jab at Taylor or her fans. Still, Swifties took it personally. The quote spread quickly, often out of context, and it stuck. Charli tried to clear the air, praising Taylor as an incredible businesswoman and expressing how grateful she was for the opportunity. But fandoms have long memories. What had once been an easy friendship now had its first small fracture, one that, years later, would grow into one of pop culture's most talked about feuds. By 2024, the quiet tension between Taylor Swift and Charli XCX wasn't making headlines. Most fans still thought of them as two pop powerhouses who once shared stages and praise. But that year, everything shifted when Charli dropped her critically acclaimed album Brat. One track, Sympathy is a Knife, instantly sent the internet spiraling. Don't want to see her backstage at my boyfriend's show. Fingers crossed behind my back. I hope they break up quick. Within hours, fans started connecting the dots. Taylor had briefly dated Maddie Healy. Charli was dating his bandmate George Daniel. Their worlds weren't just colliding on playlists anymore. They were literally sharing backstage spaces. That made the lyric feel a little too close to home. Swifties flooded X, TikTok, and Reddit with timelines, theories, and edits. Old photos of Taylor and Charli together resurfaced. Rumors grew louder. Even though neither of them said a word, the tension felt real. When the speculation reached its peak, Charli finally clarified the meaning of the song. She explained it wasn't about Taylor. It was about her own insecurities, those uncomfortable feelings that come from comparing yourself to someone else in your industry. But for many fans, that didn't matter. In pop culture, perception often becomes reality. And Charli shading Taylor was a far more viral story than personal vulnerability. The lyric hit at the perfect storm. Taylor's short-lived relationship with Maddie Healy was already a major online flashpoint. Pairing that with Charli's confessional songwriting was all it took for the internet to turn a lyric into a feud. Meanwhile, Taylor said nothing. No posts, no interviews, no subtle denials, just pure, calculated silence. And in Taylor Swift's world, silence is never just silence. It's a pause before the next move. October 2025, Taylor Swift releases The Life of a Showgirl. For over a year, rumors about her and Charli XCX had simmered quietly. Fan theories, old quotes, and vague lyrics. But track 7 changed everything. Actually Romantic wasn't subtle. It was sharp, personal, and aimed. I heard you call me boring Barbie when the Cokes got you brave. High-fived my ex and said you're glad he ghosted me. This wasn't a cryptic Easter egg. It was a lyrical swing. Swifties instantly connected the dots. The ex was Maddie Healy. Charli was dating his bandmate George Daniel, and the boring Barbie jab echoed long-circulated whispers from Charli's circle. Even the song's title mirrored Charli's "Everything is Romantic." Within hours, #ActuallyRomantic trended worldwide. TikTok exploded with lyric breakdowns and reaction videos. Swifties called it Taylor's clapback moment. Angels, Charli's fans, saw it as an overreaction to lyrics that were never meant as a diss. But nuance doesn't last long online. The tension was already primed. Earlier that year, Taylor's surprise UK album variant had been accused of blocking Charli's first #1. Now, with this track, many felt it was personal. Think pieces and reaction videos flooded timelines, framing it as a full-blown feud. And just like that, one song became a cultural event. The internet didn't just debate, it picked sides. As soon as Actually Romantic dropped, the internet split in two. Swifties saw it as a lyrical knockout, Taylor reclaiming the narrative after months of whispers. She Said What She Said trended on X within hours. Angels, Charli's fans, saw something else entirely. To them, the song was an overreaction to lyrics about insecurity, not a diss. They accused Taylor of turning something personal into a weapon. The tension wasn't new. Months earlier, Taylor's surprise UK album variant had already sparked backlash, with many believing it was time to block Charli's Brat from hitting #1. Swifties defended it as smart marketing. Angels called it power play. Then came the friendship bracelet shoot. To Charli's fans, it was harmless Brat-era styling. To Swifties, it felt like mockery of a symbol sacred to the era's tour. What should have been a photo shoot turned into a receipt in the growing list of perceived shade. Soon both sides were digging through interviews, lyrics, and old clips like detectives. Threads and edits flooded timelines. #, Team Taylor, and #, Team Charli started trending back to back. And just as the discourse began to cool down, one Instagram comment poured gasoline on the fire. Because what started as a fandom feud was about to get personal. Just when the feud seemed to cool down, one Instagram comment sent everything spiraling again. Comedian Veronika Słowakovska posted a light parody of Taylor Swift's upcoming album. But it wasn't the video that went viral. It was a comment. Charli XCX's close friend and Maddie Healy's fiancée, Gabriette, wrote, "Babe, record Actually Romantic, please." 7 words were all it took. Swifties saw it as shade. Angels brushed it off as a joke. But with Taylor's album rollout peaking, the timing made it explosive. Screenshots spread fast. Stan accounts dissected every word. Some believed Gabriette had already seen leaked lyrics. Others thought she was trolling. Either way, it added fuel to a feud that was already on edge. Then, Taylor dropped the song. "I heard you call me boring Barbie when the Cokes got you brave." The line confirmed what fans suspected. This wasn't vague. Taylor was calling someone out. Swifties treated the comment as a receipt. Angels said it was blown out of proportion. But perception was already set. And what made it hit even harder was who said it. Gabriette's ties to both Charli and Maddie Healy made the feud feel personal. Like Taylor wasn't up against one person anymore, but a whole inner circle. Suddenly, what could have been dismissed as fan noise became something much bigger. Here's what makes this feud so fascinating and messy. It isn't some Cold War between two strangers. Taylor Swift and Charli XCX have real history. For years, Taylor has publicly praised Charli's artistry, calling her songwriting inventive and brilliant. She's said she's been a fan since Stay Away in 2011. And during the Reputation Stadium tour, she treated Charli like part of the team, not just an opener. Charli, for her part, has never publicly trashed Taylor. Even during peak drama, she made her respect clear. When fans chanted anti-Taylor slogans at her shows after Actually Romantic dropped, Charli shut it down immediately. That alone shows how complicated this dynamic really is. This isn't a hero versus villain feud. It's two powerful artists with different styles and fan bases, caught in a cultural storm where lyrics collide with stan wars. But Taylor's song changed the stakes. Before Actually Romantic, everything lived in rumor and subtle shade. After it, the feud became real. And if history has taught us anything, Taylor's diss tracks don't fade quietly. Bad Blood, Dear John, Look What You Made Me Do. These weren't just songs, they were moments. And now, Actually Romantic is part of that lineage. But unlike her past feuds, this one runs deeper. It's tied to personal connections, shared history, and overlapping fan cultures. Maybe that's why it's captured so much attention. Even now, neither Taylor nor Charli has spoken publicly. No interviews, no subtweets, just lyrics. And in pop, that often says more than anything else. This feud lives in that strange space between respect and rivalry, with more questions than answers. Will it simmer quietly, or explode into something bigger? One thing's certain, it isn't over. And in Taylor Swift's world, feuds don't disappear, they evolve. Because in pop music, silence isn't the end of the story. It's the calm before the next verse. Do you think Taylor went too far? Or was this fair game after sympathy is a knife? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you love messy pop drama, you won't want to miss what happens next.